Hey soulmates, on today's episode, I'm going to show you how to achieve this cluster beading pattern, and I'm also going to show you how to bead and create beading patterns on Illusion Net, such as the off-shoulder effect on the Illusion Net of this wedding dress. If this is what you're interested in, stay tuned and kindly watch till the end of the tutorial. So the trick to it is to cover the area with a beaded or sequin lace. The beads or the shiny effect from the sequin will just help you fill up the spaces. Next, use different sizes of beads. Here I have crystal beads and pearl beads with different sizes. You can use only pearls or you can use only crystal beads, but I decided to mix mine to achieve what, I wanted to achieve. So go ahead and mix the beads like so, and then sew them onto the fabric. You can pass about 3 to 4 tiny beads. That's the size 4 beads like I did here. Please, when you're passing the bigger beads, don't put many at once. If not, it's going to sag. So when you do this, you just fill up the spaces around it with the bigger beads to create, the cluster bead effect. So what I do is I put the smaller beads, then I fill up the spaces with the bigger beads. It just helps me move faster. So if you put one bead at a time, you would spend a lot of time, trying to fill up spaces. So I go in with 3 to 4 beads at once and then fill up spaces with the bigger beads, like I said earlier. Also, the sequin from the lace that I put initially, the shine from it just helps me with the spaces. So, when you look closely, you would see the spaces, but when you move, look from a further distance, you would not even notice the spaces in between the beads. It looks like, there's no space at all. But when you come closer, you see there's space. So that's the whole idea of, using a beaded lace or a sequin lace under, as a base before you start beading. It just helps you, create get a better results, basically. For the needle size I used size 11 needle. So when you're using needles, the higher the number, the smaller the hole. So for example, the size 9 beading needle, the hole is bigger than the size 11 beading needle. So I use size 11 beading needle so that the smaller beads could pass through the needle, and then I used an invisible thread. For the beading on the Illusion Net, you need to have a pattern. So basically what you do is you fold your net into 2 so that you can get a replica of, whatever shape you have on one side, on the other side of the Illusion Net. And then when you open it up, obviously the other side, the chalk imprint won't be as clear as it is on the other side, but it will be there if you look closely. So what you have to do is open it up and then use your chalk and make it more visible so that you can get, the exact shape you have on the other side. That's the same method I used to create the off-shoulder effect on the wedding dress. So I'm just using this tutorial for you to be able to see it better, because the off-shoulder effect is just a straight line. But just in case you want to create shapes, you have to, you go through the same procedure. And then use basting stitches to follow the outline, because before you finish beading, your chalk will clean off. But when you use basting stitches like this, you would, your shape is intact. And when you're done, all you have to do is pull out the thread of the basting stitch. So what you do is you bead within the outlined area. So this is what you will have when you're done, creating the basting stitches. And then all you have to do is bead within the outlined area. And then when you are done, you can take out the basting stitches like so. So you can make your beads scanty like this, or you can make it packed like this. So if you're doing that, what you have to do is you can either put the bigger beads and fill up with the smaller beads in between, or you can put the smaller beads and then fill up the spaces with the bigger beads. Any of which way you try to do it, you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. It's not rocket science. It's as easy as ABC. All it requires is just patience and, neat work. Make sure your work is as neat as possible. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.